Alright, I have a pretty fun historic brawl game here for you. Yarok the Desecrated versus Arlinn the Pack's Hope. My opening hand's looking pretty decent. I have a little bit of ramp, a little bit of removal, and some threats to work towards. My opponent gets off to a pretty slow start and doesn't actually do anything until turn 3 when they play out their Reckless Stormseeker. Now I decide to cast Putrefy and destroy that right away because I know the Stormseeker can really lead to a ton of damage really quickly if it isn't answered. Unfortunately, I start missing my land drops, and I start regretting putting out that Scoot Swarm early. The Callous Blood Mage on turn 3 would have been a much better play. So I start digging for lands, and thankfully I come across an Uro. I know Uro is going to help me dig deep into my deck, and it's going to help me stabilize against my opponent's aggressive board.
Many.
Then the nightmare happens. The card everyone dreads seeing when you're playing against Gruul, Embercleave. Fortunately, the opponent didn't have anything crazy to put the cleave onto, and I was able to answer it pretty quickly with the Reclamation Sage that I had in hand. Still, I've hemorrhaged a ton of life at this point, and the opponent still has a pretty good board state. And I'm still missing my land drops.
We won't answer to other guilds.
At this point in the game, I'm almost ready to toss in the towel, but I notice my opponent is starting to run out of gas, and in my hand is one of the best stabilization cards ever printed in Magic's history. So I slam Thragtusk onto the field, gain some life, and this is where the game really starts to get interesting. My opponent finally puts Arlinn onto the field, and of course she brings a few wolf friends with her. Then my opponent makes a decision that I think really swings the game in my favor. They use Domri's -2 to make their Hound Tamer fight my Thragtusk. Both creatures die, but the Thragtusk leaves behind a 3/3 beast. This token lines up very well against my opponent's board. They attack in with their Kessig Naturalist, and I happily trade away my beast token for their Naturalists. On the next turn, I draw a huge card that may finally let me take over this board. I decide to lead out on Uro. It'll be a great blocker, it'll gain me a bit of life, and it'll give me a shot at drawing that ever-important 6th land. Uro hits the field, and boom, drowned Catacomb. So I play out the Catacomb, I play out Dark Ritual, and now Yarok is on the field. It has lifelink, and it's going to be doubling all of my future Enter the Battlefield effects.
We'll catch them by surprise.
They can only punish you if they catch you.
Things continue working out for me. My opponent's last turn was pretty lackluster, the top of their deck wasn't treating them very well. The only thing they've done is put an Oracle Maldia on the field, and they don't have anything threatening in hand.
Patience, my kid.
The only authority that I recognize is chaos.
With my opponent's deck treating them pretty poorly, I finally have the upper hand in the game, and I'm pretty sure I can end the game on the next turn. Craterhoof Behemoth is in hand, and with a Yarok on the field, it's going to be huge. I slam the Craterhoof, pump my team twice, and take a win after clawing my way back from 4 life. Hey, thanks for making it to the end of the video. Yarok is a pretty sweet commander, isn't it? And Brawl is proving itself to be a pretty sweet format. Please let me know down in the comments if you like these one and done videos and if you want to see more Brawl content. Thanks for watching and take care.